Josh, the team is slated to pick at number 29 right now.
That's right, Michelle, but for us, it's just hurry up and wait. Again, we've got a couple hours before this thing gets started. We're just set up inside the visitors' locker room. Have not seen any of the Packers executives so far this evening. Last time the Packers picked at 29, 2003. They took Nick Barnett, and that worked out pretty well. Not that it has any relevance to this draft, but hopefully Ted Thompson will build on that success, try to duplicate what he did the last time this team selected at number 29. So let's take you now inside the draft room. We've seen Ted Thompson do everything from trade up into the first round to get Clay Matthews, seen him trade out of the first round and still get Jordy Nelson. So everything is still on the table. We'll keep you updated. Hi, everybody. We continue our all-access coverage of this year's NFL Draft in the Anticipation Building. We're expected to get underway in about an hour here. We are inside the visitors' locker room at Lambeau Field. I'm Josh Moser, but a very exciting time, especially for Packers fans. They want to know who's coming up next. Ted Thompson doing a great job in the offseason, bringing over a couple of key pieces, including Martellus Bennett. But we got to talk about those Badger fans because a couple of Wisconsin players will go in the first round, including tackle Ryan Ramczyk, predicted to be off the board by the time the Packers select at number 29, if they indeed stay there. Now T.J. Watt, the younger brother of J.J. Watt, also expected to be taken in the first round. A couple reports out there linking him that Green Bay might be interested. Certainly a lot of the fans would love to see him move to Green Bay. First, let's hear Ted Thompson talking about why they drafted 3 running backs this year.
Just worked out that way.
So no surprise here. We've seen the Packers do this before. Most notably in 2008, they traded out of the first round and they took Jordy Nelson in the second round, and we all know how that worked out. But it looks like they will move officially from pick number 29 to pick number 33. So that is the first pick of the second round. They will kick off the draft tomorrow. So tough night for Packers fans. You wait almost 4+ hours and they don't get a pick, but they will get 2 tomorrow. They also get an additional pick from Cleveland. So Cleveland making a lot of moves. That's actually their 3rd pick now in the first round for them. But the Packers know their value. It must be that the guys they were looking at are still available. They get that extra pick. We know Ted Thompson loves to build through the draft. So they go from 8 picks to 9 picks. Again, more moves could be expected, but as of right now, the Packers are slated to select first overall tomorrow in the second round. We'll keep you updated. Ted Thompson is supposed to speak to us here at the conclusion of round number 1, so we'll find out why exactly they made the move. Well, they're no stranger to going defense in the first and second round. Actually, in the first round for the last 6 years, despite having Aaron Rodgers, the Packers select on the other side of the football. They really like this guy, Kevin King, out of Washington. He's 6'3", 200 pounds, very rangy. And then Josh Jones, a secondary player. I mean, he could be another physical guy that this team was lacking. But let's start first with King. He was taken 33 overall, again, a Washington product, and they really, really like this guy. The Packers very high on him, and this is a phenomenal play just to show off his athleticism. The one-handed pick against Arizona State, certainly one of his big moments as a college player. 6'3" corner, also playing some safety in his career with the Huskies, but Elliott Wolf, the Packers, drafting him as a corner. He's kind of like Demarius Randall, played corner, played safety, can play a couple different positions, but he's 6'3", he's long, there's all those big receivers. Julio Jones is still running from that NFC Championship game, so hopefully he can cover him. For the 6th consecutive year, the Packers go defense with their first selection in the draft here in 2017. It is Kevin King, a defensive back out of the University of Washington. 6'3", 200 pounds, has got great range. Actually the tallest cornerback in the draft.
Sports Director Josh Moser live once again tonight at Lambeau Field with more. Josh.
Well, hey, Mike, they haven't kicked us out yet as we await this 93rd overall pick. Dallas actually on the clock. Their pick is just about to be in at 92, so the Packers will be selecting within the next 10 minutes. Now, you mentioned their first 2 selections earlier. It goes defensive back, defensive back. It's the 6th year in a row Ted Thompson has gone defense with his first pick. Packers selecting Josh Jones, a safety out of NC State, with the 61st overall pick. They're raving about his athleticism and what he brings to the table as well. They like these guys a lot. Morgan Burnett, a potential player that Jones could replace. He's entering into his final season of his contract, will be his 8th season in the league. And when he got hurt last year, there was really no one to step up and fill that void. They had Kentrell Bryce, undrafted rookie free agent, but it seems like Jones could be a fit. He is a second-team All-American. He was actually the number 2 defensive tackle out of high school in the entire country, an Under Armour All-American when he prepped in Vienna, Georgia. So this is a guy that they think can also step in right away. Now, it's worthy to mention that LaTroy Guion, a guy that plays the same position, is suspended for the first 4 games of the regular season for violating the league's performance-enhancing drug policy.
3 picks today for the Packers.
That's right, that extra pick coming after the trade in the first round. The Packers essentially drop 4 spots from 29 to 33. They pick up that extra selection to open up round 4, 108 overall. So essentially, they have the first pick today on day 2. They will also have the first pick tomorrow on day 3. We talked to Ted Thompson, and he said his team was very comfortable with the move. Roger Goodell announcing the picks in round number 1. For round number 2, Hall of Famer, Super Bowl I champ Jim Taylor will make the selection for the Packers. Also, Jayrone Elliott, the team's Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee, will announce the pick in round number 3. One of my favorite guys to talk to in the locker room. He was actually an undrafted free agent, so a great experience for him. Now, just a couple other notes for you. The 33rd overall pick, the Packers have never selected there before. They also pick at 61. What'd they do there? Well, how about getting Eddie Lacy in 2013? He, of course, on his way to Seattle, so maybe they go running back. Going to open here in about 10 minutes. The Packers with the first pick of the day, the 33rd pick overall. They hold on to that pick for now, but that was Ted Thompson talking about TJ Watt. He goes to the Steelers at number 30. The team here in Green Bay with the chance to select him, but instead they trade down. So Watt, not the guy they wanted in round number 1. He was introduced today in Pittsburgh. Now, he also had a teammate selected on the opening night, actually the final pick of the first round. His name, Ryan Ramczyk, 32 overall selection. He goes to the Saints. And how about this? Blocks for Alex Hornibrook, Bart Houston, maybe like 3 months ago, and now to one of the all-time greats, Drew Brees. Very excited for the challenge in protecting one of the best under center in the league. Again, second round just about to get underway, and you look over my right shoulder here, Randall Cobb's uniform's hanging. He was a second-round pick for this team. That's worked out pretty well so far. Again, the 33rd overall pick. The Packers have never selected in that spot before. Also 61. Eddie Lacy taken there in 2013, became the Rookie of the Year. So hopefully they can duplicate that success again, hoping for an impact player that they can put on the field right away. Again, also reports out they could potentially trade this pick, but as of now, 10 minutes before the draft starts here on day number 2, that pick still belonging to the Packers. A lot more, including the guy you see on your screen, Vince Beagle. You're going to hear his name. Wisconsin's happy. We'll tell you why the Packers are happy they took him. More when we come back.